Man, I am just not having a good week. What's up, guys? It's Migs with Market Open. I want to do a quick recap on today's trades. It's actually kind of a short day. Down $437, unfortunately. Not really happy the way I traded this morning either. Now, my first trade on MLNX was... This was actually one of my main candidates for a gap up and for a long. So I kind of had a lot of high hopes on this. And it was not having it. So it was a little bit spready right here, but I decided to hop into it at the break of 68. So typically what I look for is something that is, this is around the time I longed it, right around here. So right at 68, I look for things to either, if they sell off, I want them to hold a certain spot and then cross over the 9 VWAP. So that's actually what ended up happening. I got in, I believe, this candle. I think I missed this one, and I got in right here at 68. 250 shares, right at 939, so right in this candle. So this is a pattern that you guys have seen me go into plenty of times. If you go back on some of my recaps, you'll notice most of the times I'll win on something like this, but then there is that 30 to 40% chance that it won't work out the way that I hope. And you just have to take those L's, unfortunately, sometimes. So you just got to learn to cope with it, and that's just how the game goes, really. But if you see on it, this basically had everything that I looked for. The only thing that I didn't like about this is that I actually took this on the 1 minute. So typically after the first couple of like 4 or 5 candles, after the first 5 minutes, I usually switch over to the 5 minute over here. So if I actually went over the 5 minute, I never would have taken this. So that's one thing I do need to work on. I've been veering away. I had an incredible week last week, and just this week has just beaten me down. I was flat yesterday, and now this unfortunately is going to bring me to the red. So since the stock was a little bit spready, as you can see on here, actually I got kicked out at 67.20. I was actually supposed to get kicked out at 67.45. But since the spread was kind of big, this candle right here is where I got filled, and unfortunately I lost $200 instead of losing the normal $100. So this is why you don't trade spready stocks. I literally traded or lost twice as much as I was supposed to. Now the next trade I took was on Nvidia. So Nvidia was also something that I took on the 1 minute. Again, shouldn't have done that. What I like to do is I like to write down my trades and kind of see the common denominator of what is causing me to lose money. So with today's trades, Nvidia wasn't on my watch list, but it was trending up with the market. And it did give me a pattern that I usually trade, but the thing is that pattern, I usually don't trade it on the 1 minute chart. So again, I lost on Nvidia, and I shouldn't have been in Nvidia because I took it on a 1 minute setup. So if I look back, I got in right here at the 129. I ended up getting filled at 129.20, 100 shares. My stop was, what was it? 228.25. So it's probably somewhere around here, honestly. Now, yeah, somewhere down here. Either way, actually, that's 228.25. What was it? Not sure. I forgot exactly where I put my stop at. It should have been VWAP here. Probably got filled on the way down. Yeah, that's probably what ended up happening. 229, 228.25. Yeah, I probably got kicked out right here. So as you can see, it's moving up with a lot of momentum. It pulled back to the VWAP. Next candle to make a new high is your entry. Right here, it came up. I was up a little bit, but now if I pull up the SPY, let's see here. So right around 945, what was the SPY doing? Yeah, so right here, as you can see, so Nvidia is one of those stocks that trends with the market all the time. And as that was happening, as I got in, a couple candles later, it actually pulled back really hard. So right here at 950 and all the way down. So it actually went down to fill the gap and then bounced. So I honestly stood no chance on that. Usually if Nvidia is trending with the market's heading up, it'll do what the market is doing, but as you can see on here, it's just the market was not having it. It pulled back, and so did Nvidia. It went along with it. Lost, let's see, lost $100 on that. Now the next trade, Juno, is probably the only trade that I don't regret taking or anything like that, because I took it. It's the right pattern. It's during the right time, and it's on the right time frame. So all those boxes are check, check, check. If I lose, then it happens to be one of those times where, the 30-40% where it just doesn't work out. Because majority of the time this pattern works out for me, and I know it works. I have a lot of data basically backing up that statement that this works. It's a VWAP projection. If you go back on some of my recaps, you'll actually notice that I do this trade specifically a lot. But Juno actually got positive news the other day, but we were expecting some profit taking here. So, but as the pattern usually goes, it pulls down and comes up, hits VWAP in the 9, and I short it as it's breaking below. So I shorted it right here I meant to short it actually. Take that back. I meant to short it right here at 69. Hold on 1 second. I'll call him back. And so I meant to short it right here at 69. And it's kind of spready, as you can tell here. Let's see here. So Juno, the spread right now is almost like 25 cents. So I actually got filled at 68.65. So I got a horrible fill on that. Horrible fill. Now, it did go lower, but it actually bounced right back. And my stop was here at 69.50. I got a decent fill on the way out. Unlike some people, I know some people in the room were actually holding, and they suffered a pretty big loss. As soon as it crossed this line, I immediately got out. But I know some people that were, since this was such a quick upside candle, there were some people that were more than $1.50 down, and it actually never pulled back. But I did get out as soon as it went over the 69.50 mark. But like I said, Juno is the only trade that if I saw this again, I would take it again. So hopefully that helps you guys out. And this actually kind of helps me keep accountable for the mistakes that I'm making every single day. So I hope you guys enjoy the recaps and you guys are learning from them. If you guys do have any questions, make sure to leave down in the comment section below. Also, make sure to join our private Facebook group. I post a private watch list every single morning before the market opens. All right, guys, I'll talk to you next time. Guys, I was going to end the video there, but just as I looked over at my other screen, although I'm not going to take it, I kind of wanted to point out exactly what I was just talking about a second ago. So I was talking about something that I want to go long on. If it sells off, I'll wait for it to round back up. And just as I look over to my other monitor, I see both of these stocks doing exactly what I just said. So a lot of the times this works out. Although I've already hit my max loss, so I know that I'm not going to get into these stocks. I have to stay disciplined. And I like to preach that a lot, because by the time that you've hit your max loss, you're not really quite in the right state of mind where you need to be to trade correctly. So I like to, whenever I hit my max loss, I'm completely done for the day. But either way, so like I was saying, it sells off, it comes back up over the 9 and over VWAP, and it actually starts curling back up. And as it breaks VWAP, I would actually get into it. So now both Acore and AAOI were on my list this morning for longs, and they're currently both doing exactly what I just said I did with Mellanox earlier. So just wanted to point that out. Like I said, this is something that happens and I'm correct on usually 60 to 70% of the time. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys next time.